What's up, y'all? I am back in the studio. Studio. I hope you guys are here. I haven't done this live style in a little while, so I guess we'll see if you guys want to show up and whatever. I hope you all have had an awesome, fantastic, wonderful week. I have had an awesome week. Traveling and such. Whoa. Super pumped to be home though, for real. No. Hey y'all. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. So I did this piece a while back, and I really liked how this looked like, how smoke kind of like catches itself before it continues its billowation. That's not a word, but I'm gonna make it a word. And I like how this kind of looks like smoky-esque, like that outline. Anyways, it's one of my favorite pieces right now. It is on one of our clear acrylic something canvases. And they're available at artistsouled.com. So I'm going to try to do that again. We'll see if it works. I don't know. I thought I was prepared. Turns out I need a cup. 1 second. I don't know how it's possible that I can't find these cups, but you know what? Hey y'all! It is what it is. I guess I'm gonna have to use something. A brownie. I hope you guys have had an awesome week. Dallas apparently had a whole bunch of tornadoes, which is crazy, because Dallas doesn't ever have tornadoes. Our tour was so fun. I say it was, like it's over. It's not over. What's today? On the 2nd and 3rd, we're going to be in Vegas for the last of our 2019 tour dates. So, if you know anyone that wants to join our class, tell them about it. We'd love to see you all. I think we're staying at the Flamingo. If you guys are going and you're still looking for a room, that's where we're going to be. Thank you, Erica. I love the name. Hi, Anita. I know, long time no see. I'm sorry I wasn't that diligent with posting while we were away. I was posting to the YouTube stories every day. If you guys don't know what that is, on your subscriptions, you should have like a story notification when people post a story. And it's kind of like Snapchat, like how Instagram and Facebook just started following suit on Snapchat and doing like 24-hour only stories. Like a video or a photo will post for only 24 hours. So we were posting to that like the entire time. Also, this is one of our clear canvases before getting painted on. I don't know how much resin I'm going to need, so I'm just pre-peeling a few. It comes with this brown masking on both sides. Just start a little something, something, and peel it off. I've heard you can hit it with a heat gun to make this process easier. I'm sure that is the case. I just haven't tried it. I guess I could, but it's almost done now. Thank you all for joining me tonight. What's today? I don't even know what today is. My phone's charging, so it's Friday. Thanks for joining me on a Friday. You guys could be literally doing anything, but you're here with me. Hi, Miss Parsons from England. If you're new, tell me where you're from. And if you're not new, then thanks for being fam. So I would scuff these clear with a 220 or a 400 grit, but I don't have any. That just further ensures that this resin won't peel off. I haven't had any peel off, but I guess you can do anything you put your mind to, and if you really wanted to peel it off, you probably could. Thank you, JJ. Appreciate it, Doris. Hey, Clearscape. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Miss Phillips. Hey, Megan. So I am using Stone Coat's Art Coat. I do have 3 or 4 other resins to review for you guys. I'm hoping to get those done this week so that I have something to post while we are in Vegas doing the class. Again, I hope you guys can join one of our classes. There's an alarm going off for no reason. No idea what that was about. My cup! Sweet. Ta-da! So, yeah, I'm super pumped to be here with you guys tonight. Jeff is at a movie. He's on a bro date with CMK, who wants to do another cameo on the channel for you guys. Also, we're going to do a collaboration with Flatland Artistry coming up. If you haven't checked them out, do so. They have some awesome geode type things. We made them this big, like 36-inch custom geode shape. But I will say more about that. Hey, there's Flatland. I know I said that super country, but Flatland Artistry just popped into the room. We're going to be doing a collaboration with them on Sunday, so make sure you tune in for that. I'm also going to be testing out a couple of colors I haven't used yet. This is Ultramarine Blue by Just Resin, and I haven't used Ultramarine Pink in a while, so I'm going to do that one as well. And if you didn't see my video with liquid gold, I'm going to use some of that as well. I know we are home for basically just a minute, but it is what it is. So to do the billowy smoke look, it's best to let your resin set up for, well, how long it takes depends on your viscosity of your resin and your working time. But for Art Coat, you really need to let it set for, like, let's say 40 or 50 minutes. Rust-Oleum spray paint is good, Miss Parsons. Just make sure it's the metallic one, because there is a satin gold as well from Rust-Oleum, and it doesn't look as nice. So I'm gonna do a smaller one first, just to get my technique going. To do this, you really need to have a torch Oh, I guess we should mix colors. Y'all, I am so out of practice apparently. So for the first one, I'm gonna do some white and some ultramarine pink, and then a little bit of gold depending on how it looks. I haven't used this color in so long. I always get like super excited when I like bust them out again. Exactly, Doris. When you do spray paint, don't spray it in a foam or a plastic cup because it'll eat through it. Go with paper. I made a resin and I poured my leftovers together into freezer paper and used my heat gun on it. I let it set for 2 days, tried to peel it off, and some of it stuck. When you put the heat gun on it, you may have like melted some of it. This is a silly thing to ask, but did your freezer paper have a silky side and a flat side? If so, make sure you use, obviously, the shiny side to make sure it peels off. Hi, Cynthia. What's up? Jen, Libby, Shannon. I hope that helps, Christine. I wish you guys could see how, well, you'll be able to see how pretty this color is in a minute. If I remember right, this ultramarine pink is slightly transparent. And it is. I actually want it to be a little bit deeper of a color, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Also, adding more paste will help it to be a little bit more thick. I am using one of our Artist Till Death stir sticks. They are reusable. Just wipe them off with an alcohol rag in between each use. Also, never put something with resin on it back into your pot of paint because you are asking for trouble if you do that. The translucent or transparent colors are always a little thinner anyways, so it's more forgiving if you add a little bit much. My pleasure, Christine. If you put it on the freezer paper and waited a couple days, you shouldn't have to heat it to peel it off. It should just come right off. Right. And then the white. Ugh. This is Titanium by Just Resin. I was out, but since I had some of it with me on the tour, I brought some back with me. The white from Color Obsession works just as well. It's called Snow White. Also, it's very similar to like Cast and Craft, even though Cast and Craft is a little bit thin for what we're trying to do. And it's similar to, I think it's Angel White from Res. Someone's gonna have to tell me for sure because I forget. Christine, happens to everyone. Have you ever mixed powder M? I'm confused. Hi, Diane. Okay. Bam. So, first things first, you need to have a good, fair base. You need to grease this pan. This is really thin because it's fresh resin. Ideally, as I talked about before, you'd want to let it set up for like a third of its working time. You really want it to be a thick consistency. But we're working with what we got, you know. Fun fact, as far as I know, resin can only keep its like surface tension, most resins, up to an 1/8 inch before it'll like break this, since it's a right angle, before it'll break and go over the side, so you don't want to put too much on there. And it does look tan right now because I left the back masking paper on, so that once it's set up, I can peel the back masking off and have zero cleanup, which is one of my favorite things about this stuff. Have you ever mixed powder color with alcohol before mixing into resin? Shannon, if it's a flat powder, like it has no metallic or shimmer or anything like that, I recommend mixing a couple drops of alcohol in it first, just to make it start to liquefy before you put it in the resin, and that'll reduce your chances of getting those little like freckles of paint that didn't dissolve properly. So yes, I do that, but it's mostly with flat powders. I haven't heard from Shy lately, so I'm just popping the bubbles. I'm not trying to add too much heat because I want it to stay as thick as possible, and the more heat you add, the thinner your resin will get. And so since I want it to like flow in a certain direction, I'm going to put most of the color on this side. I mixed up way too much resin for what I'm trying to do, but whatever. And then the titanium. If you do the torch and tilt, it really stretches out your color, so you don't want to put too thick of a line. And these lines actually might be on the thick side for what I'm trying to do, but we'll find out together. Shall we? We shall. So you can already see that shadow behind the white. And that is the distance between where my colored paint is to where the masking is. That's how thick the plastic, the clear acrylic canvas substrate is, and the clear resin from the paint. So, yeah, Libby, I have some in stock right now. Get them before I take what I have to y'all, tonight I have to pack up paints for the Vegas class. It's gonna be fun. All right, to do torch and tilt, you want to, you guys see? I keep it at an angle kind of like this. And then I torch just right in between where the purple and white are touching. That's where I aim the end of my this. Keep your torch moving kind of fast so that you don't scorch your resin. It's a clear acrylic canvas panel. You can find them on our website, artistilldeath.com. Yeah, this resin's a little too thin to do the billow, but it's still gonna look fun. Look at that lacing. Look at it. It'd be super awesome if it would focus. At least this will be a good example of what it looks like if your resin isn't thick enough. And I think it's going to look cool anyways. It's fun. Is JR titanium pigment paste? Oh, yes, that's what I'm using. So I'm being very specific in where I'm letting the heat go right now. And wherever I decide to thin it out is where those little cell clusters are popping up. I want to tilt it off a little bit this way. And I've really stretched those guys out up there. That looks really fun. It almost looks like fractals, kind of. I wish it would focus better. Oh well. Shannon, a lot of times people will use standoffs or like those tray 3-prong things. Nope, not tray. Like a display plate thing. Or you can use a D-ring on the back as well. I like to use the standoffs, which I keep meaning to make available in our shop. I will do better about that for y'all, I swear. All right, let's move on to the next one and let that one relax for a minute. Let's mix up some of this ultramarine blue and see what color it turns out to be. Well, I guess I need to take this wrapping off of it. There. Hi, Ida. So whichever color we like the best between this one and that one is what we're going to use for the bigger rounds. Or if we don't like either one of them the best, then we'll use a color that you guys think is better. This is going to be a group adventure. Cool. I'll just start carrying them, Diane. I'll see if I can grab them in bulk. I know that Carrie from Display of Color has them or gets a deal or something. Maybe I'll work with her and see if I can get the lowest price possible for everyone. This is like a bright, I don't even know what color to call this. It's like a glowing cobalt, kind of. Hey, Scarlett. My pleasure, Christine. Shoot me an email, thornton@artistilldeath.com. If one of y'all could put that up for me, that would be super. Shoot me an email if you have any questions. I'm always happy to help, whatever questions you have. You can also, if you run into an issue, just shoot me like a photo of it. If you want me to see something in particular that you're not sure what happened. I'm happy to take a look. Not sure who that is. I'll be right back. Boys. Wait, enough. Enough. No worries. Sorry about that. False alarm. Would be while I was live. Absolutely. Christine, just let me know. Oh, that's funny. Your dog barked too. Cujo used to not be too bad about barking, but Bowie has inspired him with his voice. So that's fantastic. That's pretty true to the color. All right. Now we have our clear space for the torch and tilt. If you're sensitive at all to resins, take all proper precautions. We have a well ventilated room that has super tall ceilings. I have everything running, so I think even though I'm in that kind of space, doing a torch and tilt and you're putting so much heat on the resin, it's creating fumes. I may start wearing a respirator just when I do this type of thing, so just keep that in mind when you do your torch and tilts. Ooh, that color looks awesome. Hey, Angela. Okay, we may have to do the big ones in the ultramarine blue color. Also, if you came here just for the smoke plumes, I'm going to get to that in just a minute. I just have to let the resin get a little thicker. Scarlett, loved your video today. I'm going to be trying your ninja swipes, or Sarah, Saskia, and everyone that is doing a ninja swipe. I'm going to have to try that. It looks fun. Oh, it focused. Those little guys are fun. It looks like they have like a dimensional ring on the inside of them. The blue is ultramarine blue. I do have a few in stock. If you don't have one, jump on it, because I'm probably going to take a lot of them with me to the Vegas class, which means I'll have to take them out of inventory. Those guys are fun too. And the best part is, see how you can see that tan through those cells? It's going to be clear once I take this masking off. So while it's not that attractive with that brown backing, it's going to be clear once we pull that backing off. This one's a little bit more faint, but it's still fun. See how it's like more fractally? That's fun. I like how it's like deep colored, like right there. Then it like feathers out. Ombre for the win. Okay, so what do y'all think? Go with the pink or the blue for this big mamma jamma? What do y'all think? Also, I forgot to sippy, y'all. Tink. Have you ever done anything on the backside? I mean, You mean after I peel the other side off? Kathy, this is one of my clear acrylic canvas panels that I have on my website, artistildef.com. So once it's set up, I can peel the back of it off and it is absolutely clear. This is one I did a couple weeks ago. Love it. I love that you can see right through it. And I was attempting to do this plumy smoke look right here. But I had let this resin set up for a good minute before I attempted that. And the resin I'm using right now is fairly fresh, so I don't know that that's going to happen on this one, but we're going to give it a shot anyways. No, I haven't tried to pour on the other side after it is set up and I peeled it, that backing off. However, I'm very interested to see what that would look like. So I'm going to have to try that at some juncture. Hey Pamela. All right. Still relatively thin, but we're going to still try for the plume anyways. So let's grease the pan like your mama taught ya, or my mama taught ya. I'm still thinking about coming out with shirts called Grease the Pan. I just got to come up with some like good imagery for that so it doesn't look like a baking like Paula Deen type shirt, you know? You know? And I'm actually going to leave, I haven't done this yet, but first time for everything, I'm gonna leave this part down here without greasing it. And greasing it just means I'm putting some resin down so that my painting flows more smoothly over the surface. So that's what I'm talking about if you guys are new to the channel. I'm going to try just filling this in with the blue. Maybe also some of the white. I mean, of course I'm going to use the white, but okay. Thank you guys for all of the thumbs. Every thumb helps me to grow the channel. Okay, I'm nervous, but we got this, right? Are you ready? Let me take a sippy first. Also, while I do drink wine sometimes while I art, drink responsibly, don't drink and drive. You don't have to be a drinker to be a talented artist. Be 21 and up to consume. And all the other disclaimers. That had nothing to do with alcohol, by the way. This is my first glass. Hey Clara, yes ma'am, we are back for like a hot minute. Because in a hot minute we gotta go up to Vegas teach class. But yes, we are back for a minute. But after the Vegas class we'll be actually back. It'll be the last class of 2019. All right, ready? I'm ready. I'm not ready. We're gonna try this anyways. Ooh, it's fun already. That one's pluming. So what I mean by pluming is, see how this one has like halted and now it's like rolling over itself? If it would focus, that would be awesome, but you kind of can see right there, right? So what's happening is, because I'm adding so much intense heat to thin out this top one, once it rolls out into where the resin is cooler, it catches, and then the thinner resin is going to roll over it and continue onward. So that first bit that touched the cooler resin kind of grabbed to it, then the thinner resin rolled over. So that's why that looks like a mushroom cloud a little bit. There we go. See how it has that rim around the back as well? It is because I'm heating up the top area and letting it grab and roll over. See you, Scarlett. Anyways, that is why that is happening. And only the areas that I'm touching with heat right now are moving. I'm gonna let this set up for just a little bit, because right now if I continue to work with it, I'm gonna ruin the awesome things that I've already created. But if I let it rest just for a little bit, then it'll cool off and allow me to move areas that I want to move with the heat, and allow the areas that I don't want to move to stay in place. It looks so fun. Are you talking about Teespring? Thank you, Pamela. All right, so let's let this guy rest for a minute, and we'll do my last clear round. I would do more clear rounds, but I don't want to use them all up and not have any available for y'all. Oh, I'll have to look it up. I'm gonna make a little bit more blue, and we're gonna use both the ultramarine blue and ultramarine pink on this one. And of course the white. And maybe even the gold. I don't know. We may get wild and crazy here. Who knows? But I hope you guys are either entertained, learning something new, or are having a good time with me tonight. Ah, thank you. I will check out T Public. Yeah, T Public. These are, this one's a 10-inch, and I think those right there are 6-inch. The one that I showed at the beginning of the feed is an 18-inch, I believe. And if you want to request a specific size, shoot me an email. Happy to work with anyone to get you what you need. Right. It's 2:40 a.m. Ms. Parsons, it is past your bedtime, ma'am. Thank you, Stacy. Oh, thanks, you guys. I love arting, but it means even more to me when you guys are having a good time watching what I'm doing. Whether it's a win or lose, it makes me happy if y'all are happy. Thank you, Clara. Erica, I have you and Jeff to thank for all I've already learned from you. Thank you for all you do for us. Oh, Diane, thank you for saying that. Hey, Jennifer. You guys are too kind to me. I don't know what I would do without y'all. Yes, I do. I'd have to go back to my grown-up job, which was not the best time of my life. It was good for a little while, and then it got to be tedious. Moose? No. Moo! Okay, thank you. That's enough. No. I know it, but that's enough. Thank you, Bowie, for not chiming in. Aww. Waves back. Is that plum that you're using? I bought a plum off y'all a few months back. Opened it and it was ruined. No matter if heat or hot water, bring it back. Holly, you know what? You can always shoot me an email and I'll have Amanda send another one out to you. I don't ever want you guys to feel like you didn't get what you paid for. So, just let me know. Just a little bit of heat to pop the bubbles because we're about to add a whole bunch of heat. So really, even what I put on there doesn't really matter. Y'all ready? I'm ready. I missed what you put under your colors, the clear stuff. Oh, it's just clear resin. It's just resin I didn't put any paint in. Because this is a clear canvas and I want to be able to see through my cells and things. So yeah, it's just clear. It is a beautiful color and I am happy to replace it for you. No sweat. All right, torch and tilt time. You see this one's about to fold over. Okay, that looks a little bit phallic, so I'm gonna go ahead and help that one all the way off. You know what I mean. Don't judge me. I've been on the road for like 3 weeks. Okay, actually I'm gonna let this rest because I like how these cells stretch through here. And if I keep tilting it, then they're all gonna stretch off. So we're gonna come back to the blue one. There we go. Basically. Hey, Dawn. So this one should be good to go now. Our plume has stayed. I just love that it looks like a jellyfish. I'm gonna try to do this with like a large canvas focus and a large torch so that it looks like, can you see that being a jellyfish or am I just crazy? Focus. That could be a jellyfish. No? Okay, this is what we're looking for. See how tilting it, it's not really moving? That's the viscosity that you want to have so that you can control certain sides without worrying that you're going to ruin what you've already created. Sometimes you have to touch the edge to make sure you break the surface tension, because it is a right angle. super fun. Now I'm gonna let that rest, and then I'm gonna do this on this side and be good with this piece. Thank you, Clara. This is Mercedes from Guatemala. We met in Vegas during the summit. Hey, girl. Are you coming to the summit this year? It does look like mushrooms as well. Very good observation. Very keen. I believe you were the furthest travel-wise from the summit last year. Now this one is really settled on itself. How fun are these guys? I love this mix of color that's in this white right here that made that pastel-y color. Absolutely, Jennifer. I really like also this, like, can't really tell really that much right now, but there's like a real gradation of color down here because of how I applied the color. You can kind of see that there's more purple here and over here. Thank you, Christine. All right, let's heat this bad boy up. Make some more cellies. The trick is to thin out the top layer of resin while leaving the bottom layer alone. So ultimately you're thinning out the top layer and you're going back to that old viscosity trick. Nope. Yeah. No. It's the weight, right? Maybe. I don't know. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I do know that this works. All right, I gotta let this rest. See how if I like turn it just a little bit, this comes back in on itself? I don't want that. So this has to rest for a minute. But good thing is this one's probably, yep, this one's ready to work. I'm gonna put this one over here. So I guess a key pro tip is to have more than one piece you're working on at one time so that you don't like watch paint dry and just go, go, go. I don't even know if that makes sense. Has to make sense. We trust the e-science. I love that. I'm gonna make it a shirt, I swear. So if I were just working on one piece, I would sit there and look at it and be like, oh, it doesn't matter, and pick it up and work on it. So work on more than one at one time, or start working on a coaster or something else. Clearscape, I don't notice any yellowing because of the torch, because I make sure to do small, quick burst of heat. I don't leave the heat on for any amount of time. It's milliseconds. If you do leave it on too long, you will turn it yellow from overheating it. You're basically scorching your resin and it'll look like nicotine teeth a little bit. Clara said it more diplomatically. Okay. See how I'm just tapping it in certain areas? I promise I wasn't reaching for it. That's what she said. Just helping this over the side to break that surface tension. I think I like it. What do you guys think? Ew, yellow scabs. That's exactly what it is. Ooh. Ugh. Okay. I love watching the bubbles pop as well. You are not alone. All right, let's work this side. I'm gonna heat up a little bit in front to help it to flow a little easier that way. I think I'm going to bring the white back into this piece a little bit. Ooh, it looks like fireworky almost. Oh, you guys can't see it, I don't think. Oh, there you can. Little furrinesses popping out right there. Fun. Furrinesses is a technical term. I think I'm going to end up adding gold to this one. So I'm going to use this liquid gold from Montana. It's like a spray paint, so you gotta shake it a little bit. I'm gonna use a pipette. There's the bead. Yes, it's ATDs, poor people. Don't do this to me. I don't have people here to help me open it. The struggle is real, y'all. That was easier than I thought it would be. So, liquid goldy. Agreed. White lacing does give an elegant look. That was almost bad. Maybe not. Let's just drop some. Anyone else get frustrated that just dropping it is an evener circle than if I tried to like make it a circle? Maybe that's just me. Probably too much, but I'm digging it. And And they'll be super shiny too. So glad I'm not the only zero circle capability person. You can dig it, y'all. I'm gonna put this one aside. I have some rounds that I have to peel the backs off that I forgot about. Oops. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, super digging that look. Just a little some. I'm not sure, JJ, but I know that the bright gold from just Resin will act like you're talking about. Cool. Right then. Let's close this up before I ruin it. I do have this liquid gold stuff linked down below in the description box under my Amazon link. If you're interested, it's there. Alright, let's get all this out of the way so I don't ruin my completed paintings. Should be wearing gloves. Whatever. Golden Bliss sounds beautiful. I gotta wash these off when I think about it, or I will 100% forget. And it's not a good look. All right. Y'all, off camera, I almost just slipped and fell. True story, just happened. I think I had resin in my mouth. Oh, dokie. So I did these right before I left. Looks like this one went over a little bit, or just picked up stuff from the, I think it's just picked up stuff from the dust-free zone. Which I need to have Jeff redo completely, because stuff like this. But Okay, look. Hear me out. So it did pick up stuff from the dust free zone. This all came out of my dust free zone. But it's not an issue because it just peels off anyways. That's what I'm talking about. No muss, no fuss cleanup. You just peel all of what you would have had to sand off. Just peel it away. It wasn't even there to begin with. It's like magic, but resin magic. Sarah, you just let me know when you're available. Or just come up and watch the boys for me for the 4 days we're in Vegas. You can have full run of my studio. Stay at my place. So this is the first one. Let's lay out a white background with swipies. Looks kind of like a fish. This is cast acrylic. I think I'm gonna have Jeff draw on this and make it a fish. I love the see-through too. So I do have some of these in my windows, and when it's, you can't see, well, maybe I can turn this light on. It casts color into the room. You guys even see that? Probably not. Probably can't tell, but it's making blue shapes. Anyways. Man, how do I turn this off? Okay. Love it. I love them in the window. Also, we're thinking about doing the coaster size ones, those little 4-inch rounds, but drilling a hole in them so that they can be ornaments. What? I know. Brilliant. All right, let's peel this off. Let's find an edge we can just pop off. There we go. Ooh, even the back of this one looks fun. It's like unwrapping presents on Christmas morning. You really never know what the back of them are gonna look like. So it's like a surprise to me every time. Fun. Ooh, those guys are awesome. Focus. Not gonna focus? Maybe? If I get real close? Huh, it worked. Loving it. Loving it. Those cells look so fun. You can see right through there. If it were to focus, you could see. Ah, tricked it. Then these like have those like purple outlines, so it looks like it's 3D. I know, I need to do another fire sale. I'll probably display them on the side it's meant to be, or I'll just like make a mobile out of them. Mobile. Y'all have to know what I'm talking about because I don't. I do have charm size, Pamela. I have little 1-inch charms that have a hole already in them, already on the site. I haven't done AI on the clear ones, but it is on my to-do list for an upcoming video. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video tonight. I can't do a super long spiel because I don't want Moo to like freak out. Hey Arlene, how are you doing? So all I'm going to say is that we love you guys so much. Be kind to one another. You never know what someone's going through, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye. I said bye. So yeah, we're still filming, Moo, so you can't get all hyped. We're still filming. This is regular.